Wakey, wakey. All right, day 2 of my sky trip around the northern end of Wisconsin. So we got 5 stamps yesterday, and then we did a talk at the Clintonville EAA Chapter. So today, while we're up here, might as well do some more stamps. There's a couple neat places I want to check out while we're up here, and hopefully you enjoy them. And one of them's a little bit of a challenge, and we get a little prize for it. So I'm excited to check it out, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to get the pacer packed up, out of the hangar, fueled up, and get going. $91.40. Tell me something that you can do that's as fun as flying for less than $100. Wrong, inappropriate answers only. In the comments below.
After leaving Clintonville, I headed north towards Wausau, a destination that's a little more than just another airport stop. I was on my way to join the 4590 Club, one of the most unique locations in Wisconsin, and what a better way to get there than by general aviation.
Got a nice layer of fog beneath us. I guess we'll see how far we can go. We're reporting VFR conditions still. So, we'll see. Wausau traffic pacer 7413 will turn final for 13 grass runway, Wausau.
Touching down in Wausau, I never thought a short drive would take me to something this unique. Just a few miles outside of town sits a simple marker surrounded by farmland, but it marks something far bigger.
About 30 minutes from Wausau is the 45° north, 90° west geographic marker. And if you're wondering what that means, there's actually this exact center of the northwest hemisphere where the 45th parallel of latitude intersects the 90th meridian of longitude.
The 4590 Club recognizes explorers who visit one of the 4 points where the 45th parallel and the 90th meridian intersect. One of the points lies deep in the Indian Ocean at 45 degrees south, 90 degrees east. Another sits way out in the Pacific Ocean near Chile, and the third is tucked into the remote grasslands along the China-Mongolia border. But here's the best part. The fourth and only easily accessible one is right here in Wisconsin, just northwest of Wausau. Long before GPS or glass panels, surveyors and explorers were charting the Earth using these same imaginary lines, latitude and longitude, to understand where they stood in the world. Those old maps and measurements became the foundation of modern flight. Every time we file a flight plan, track our position, or read a sectional chart, we're using the same grid that helped explorers define our planet centuries ago. Visiting the 4590 point feels like connecting to that history, standing in a place that represents both precision and possibility. It's a reminder that flying isn't just about getting somewhere, it's about understanding where you are, and appreciating the incredible system that makes it all possible. Joining the 4590 Club isn't just another checkbox or souvenir, it's a milestone that celebrates what general aviation makes possible. The freedom to go explore places like this, the joy of navigation, and the community of pilots who take pride in seeing the world differently. With the challenge coin in my pocket, I took off from Wausau feeling recharged, reminded of how lucky we are to have the freedom to fly, explore, and share these skies.
Alright, let's get a couple more stamps for the day and then head back home.
I headed northeast to Langlade County Airport in Antigo. It's one of those classic Wisconsin stops. Quiet, friendly, and full of character.
Langlade County traffic pacer 74 in the Canal turning final 09 Langlade County.
I grabbed my first stamp of the day for the Fly Wisconsin passport and headed back up for my next stop. My next stop was Merrill Airport, one of those little gems that perfectly captures what general aviation is all about. It's a quiet, quaint airport tucked amongst the trees, and as soon as you walk into the FBO, it just feels homey. There's a big leather couch, warm fireplace, and right in the middle of the room, a beautiful grand piano that anyone is welcome to play. Merrill is one of those stops that reminds you how lucky we are to have such welcoming GA airports across the state.
And so this FBO here at Merrill is super cool. They have a grand piano in there that you can play, and they make you sign the guest book for playing it. Our pal Badger Pilot, I saw his signature in there. I didn't know Badger could play the piano, so very cool. But anyway, they did have a snack bar, and in the snack bar there was a sign that said, unfortunately, it's not been self-sustaining because people are not leaving donations. Why are pilots so damn cheap? Come on, guys. Put the donations in the donation box. It's only a couple bucks. Stop being cheap. This is why we can't have nice things, because people don't do the right thing. Pay up, or don't take the freaking candy. It's my PSA for today. I'm mad as hell.
All right, let's get out of Merrill, and then let's do one. I think we've got time for about one more stamp before we have to get back home to the dog and the wife. But certainly can't complain. 2 days of some fun flying. Pretty awesome. Merrill traffic pacer 74 the Kilo, takeoff runway 16 will be departing to the south, Merrill. All right, so let's rock. Feet on the floor. Stevens Point, Wisconsin, home of Point Brewing. We'll see how far it is from the airport. Maybe we'll grab some beer to take home. Stevens Point, traffic 7413 Kilo, final 12, Stevens Point.
My final stop for the day, Stevens Point Airport. I wasn't expecting this one, and quite the way it did. Waiting on the ramp was an old police car, the kind that just begs to go for a spin. So naturally, I made it my official airport car and headed downtown for one last mission, a 4-pack of Point beer. Stevens Point Brewery has been crafting beer here since 1857. It's one of the oldest continuously operating breweries in the United States. They even shipped beer to Union soldiers during the Civil War, and somehow managed to survive Prohibition, 2 World Wars, and more than 165 Wisconsin winters. Through all that time, they've stayed independent, still brewing right here in central Wisconsin, just a few miles from the airport. It's the perfect example of how tradition and craftsmanship survive through generations, just like aviation itself. So with a 4-pack of history in hand, I headed back to the Pacer, wrapping up the trip the best way I know how, with another story, another stamp, and a good Wisconsin beer to take home.
Stevens Point traffic pacer 74 the Kilo, takeoff runway 12, departing to the southeast, Stevens Point. All right, let's roll.
In the end, I picked up 3 more stamps, a 4-pack of beer, and joined the 4590 Club, complete with a shiny challenge coin to mark the moment. But more than that, I came home with memories of new faces, old friends, and another reminder of what makes general aviation in Wisconsin so special.
Woo! I love flying. That's what flying's all about. Doing fun.
Adventures don't always have to be to faraway places. Sometimes the best ones are right in your own backyard.